What makes a good Disney movie? It's not the princesses and it's not the animal sidekicks. It's the villains.
And in 2018, Ravensburger gave us Villainous. And each and every year they dig deep into Disney's roster to bring new and exciting sets of villains for us to play with.
And with the latest expansion release, we now have Davy Jones and Tamatoa entering the roster. So we set out on a mission to play all 26 characters so we could bring you our top 5
and bottom 5
Disney Villainous characters. Howdy y'all, this is Travel the Board. I'm Corey.
I'm Scott. Let's get started.
So this isn't going to be your typical top 10. We're doing our top 5 favorites and our bottom 5, the ones we like the least. I do want to preface this with saying though, this is just my opinion, maybe you'll have a different one. Just because they're our bottom 5, I don't necessarily think that means they're bad necessarily, because I do think that the ones I like the least could be the perfect fit for someone else.
Oh, for sure, for sure. And like I'd say my top 5 aren't the strongest. Most of them meet another criteria that we'll get into in a minute.
Okay.
But some of the stronger ones actually ended up pretty mid for me because that's not what I'm here for.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's kind of how I feel because like I was like looking at my top 5 and obviously those tend to be the easiest to like figure out, right? Because you're like, oh, I love this one, I love this one, I love this one, right? But then the bottom 5, I was looking at it and I was like, how am I grading this? Because I was like, I didn't really enjoy that one, but like that doesn't mean their character's not fine. So like, how am I kind of grading that? I'll explain my bottom 5 as we go through them, like why they landed where they are. But I just wanted to, you know, make sure we say that just because we don't love these characters doesn't mean like, oh, this game's bad. Oh, these characters are bad. Like it may be your favorite.
Sure.
And so also bringing this up before we're going to do our top 5 first. But I also want to bring this up because our kind of internal rating system, how we figured this out. I have what I feel like is an obvious question. How much did the IP, the movie it's based on, weigh into your decision making?
Huge.
Me too.
Super important.
Because I mean, that's like the whole theme. That's the whole idea. You're just like, oh, I love that movie.
And there's some characters that are like a perfect fit. You're like, oh, it's like just like the movie. Not even like just the aesthetics of the characters, but like the mechanics, like lock in with the movie. Like, oh, that makes perfect sense. And there's some just like, what?
Oh yeah, there's some that you're just like, oh, you had to make a game. You had to put something here.
You had a deadline.
But yeah, there are some characters that, yeah, definitely what you're doing in the movie and what you're doing in the game definitely like marry up perfectly. And like you said, mechanically on your board and in your decks, it just kind of tick, 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 tick. It hits every little checkbox. Yeah, so if I were to put a stupid number to it, because I kind of graded it on like 4 little things in my head just kind of immediately. Your villain deck, your fate deck, your board, and the movie was basically the 4 kind of criterias that I kind of had going in my head because that's kind of the 4 things that lead the game. But the biggest chunk was the IP for me. I would say if I'm putting a stupid number on it, I'd say like 40% of my decision was the IP.
That's fair.
Yeah. All right, we're going to do our top 5. I just kind of wanted to get into it, but top 5 first with number 5.
Well, my number 5 is actually one of my, if not my top 5 Disney movies of all time, and that's kind of what bumped it up a little bit, but also the theme is super on point, and it's probably the one in this entire set that really doesn't fit, because it doesn't fit in any of Disney's IP. Give you a hint, it only has one ride, and it's in Japan.
Syndrome?
No.
Actually, what? I have no idea then. Horn King?
Horn King.
Horn King. I love the Horn King.
Yeah, the Black Cauldron, it's like the redheaded stepchild of the Disney universe. Like, no one really talks about it because it's like pushing that PG-13 wall because there's skeletons and a lot of creepy stuff. But it's like super dark fantasy. And I think the theming of like laying out your army and then bringing them up to life with the cauldron is super cool.
Oh no, that one is one I feel like is very thematic as well. And it does have that like higher age limit, like you were saying, where as adults playing Disney games, that can be more appealing to us. Because, like, yeah, the whole thing with this, a lot of it's nostalgia, right?
Sure.
And that's nostalgic for both of us. But, like, you know, as 30-plus-year-old men playing Disney board games, the one that's a little bit more adult definitely can appeal. Yeah. So I was telling him before we even sat down that when I was making my list, we actually ranked all 26 characters, and I'm going to release those full lists for you guys on my community tab, so stay tuned for that. But when I was doing my full list and I was deciding my top 5, in my opinion, there's a top 8 for me, and then there's a cliff. The Horn King is in my 8, but he missed my 5.
Yeah,
he was number 7, but he was in my top 8, and then there's a cliff.
Yeah, that's the nostalgia factor bumping it up for me because I watched that movie so many times.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing that I think a lot of people are going to see in this video, too, is that me and you, I feel like both lean towards some of the older stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So, like,
true.
You know, like a lot of people are going to be over here. And when we say older stuff, we don't mean like Aladdin or Little Mermaid. We mean the older stuff. So, I think people are going to be like, oh, that one? That was made like the 50s. Uh-huh. All right. Horn King is a great first pick, in my opinion. All right, my number 5. I debated this one between, because, you know, my 5, 6, 7, 8. This was the hardest one for me to pick, and I feel like it's going to be a bit of an argument because it's the character with the most randomness by far. Because this game involves decks, right? You're already randomly drawing cards. What's the only other thing that could add randomness to your game? Dice. Oogie Boogie is my number 5, and it honestly is because of the dice, and it not like because, oh, it's so cool I'm rolling a die. I like the added randomness. I like that it's like, I'm going to win if this dice tells me I do. I kind of enjoy that because this is such a silly game and like I also love the IP. I love Nightmare Before Christmas. It's fantastic. It's got 2 of my favorite songs in the entire, you know, plethora of Disney music. What's This Is Better? I love This Is Halloween, but What's This is a better one. But so like I really enjoy the way the die is used, where it's like, you know, it basically interacts with almost every card in his deck, essentially. Like, you're constantly rolling the die. To win the game, you have to roll the die. I really enjoy the kind of extra randomness, because, like, there's something random about drawing cards from a deck, but then literally, just like, you know, at the craps table, just giving it a go and seeing, oh, I won or I lost. Like, I enjoy that. It's fun, because this game, to me, isn't a try-hard game anyway.
Sure.
So it's like, let's just roll the die and see if I win.
Yeah.
So Oogie Boogie is my number 5. He also, Ravensburger, can you please never do this again? Never give us a single box character ever again. This was painful to deal with when we had to buy this.
It was a license to print money, though.
It was a license to print money, but at the same time, like, just give us 2 at least. Like honestly, what's the one that gave us 2? It was Shere Khan and King Candy. Even that one kind of frustrated me, because these first like 6 releases, we had a system. You give us 3 per box. We had a system, and then they screwed it up. It's like they basically took the 2-1 and the 1-1 and said, just buy both.
They're looking at their roster going, we're running a little runway here. We need to slow our roll.
Well, they've already dipped into Pixar.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah. All right, number 5, Oogie Boogie. All right, number 4.
All right, my number 4 is the only villain in the base box that I actually enjoy playing and recommend for new players.
Oh, I've got to guess this. Top in the base box, and we're talking original, not remake.
Yes.
Queen of Hearts?
No.
No, Jafar.
No.
Who?
Prince John.
My guy! My guy! Let's go!
He has a very clear objective where you can basically do nothing but get money. If that's your strategy, you can still win the game.
I didn't realize you liked Prince John.
I think he's not my favorite, but I do think he's one of the top 5.
He's number 4. I legit didn't realize you even liked him.
Well, he's one of the ones that's really easy to track progress. Like, you can see how well your opponent's doing, because you can just see that pile of power getting bigger. Like, oh, I need to do something. There's a lot of these where even the player behind the table doesn't know how well they're doing, let alone their opponent. But Prince John's just like, you have a clear plan, clear path to execute. Everyone knows what you're doing.
Well, it's like the dead opposite of him would be like Pete, where your objectives are randomized and secret.
Yes.
No, I love that. Prince John is fantastic, and the movie, again, we're going back to the older stuff, right? Because, you know, Horn King, Prince John, It's funny because we were talking about how much the IP plays into it, and like most people would think, go to the golden era, right? Go to Captain Hook, Ursula, Jafar, you know, the golden renaissance of Disney is where the IP really like is injected into you, right? But, you know, to go back to, because I mean, that one's what? I think, is that 60s? 50s?
No.
Is it not?
I'm pretty sure it came out in the 90s.
No, it's definitely not 90s. It's older.
Maybe late 80s, but it's not.
Is
it's not the 50s or 60s.
I thought it was real old.
No.
Okay.
No.
Still, it's an older one. Yeah. It's definitely not 90s. I know that for sure, but we'll call it 80s. But still, the fact we're going back, I love that. And Prince John's a great one. I didn't realize you liked him. And we haven't talked about the pawns yet at all. So like Oogie Boogie's got kind of a weird pawn because it's kind of, you know, like the sackhead look. Prince John is just like a blob with a crown on it.
He's got one of the worst pawns.
Yeah, it's not great. Well, and it also has the little tiny baby pedestal at the bottom to like stand it on, so it can be knocked over easily. And Horn King is one of the best.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Just because we weren't talking about pawns, Horn Kings is one of the best.
For sure.
Yeah, by far. If we did a pawn ranking, Horn King would be top 5 for sure. Maybe even like top 2 or 3.
Yeah,
easy. Okay. All right, my number 4. So this is where things got pretty simple for me because that 5 I had to kind of debate a little bit. My top 4 was just tick, tick, tick. I was done. Like, number 4 is one that has a mechanic that I enjoy in video games, in board games, across the board. You need A to complete B. You need C to complete D, where you have to have a certain thing for each other thing, if that makes sense. Madam Mim.
Oh, yeah.
Madam Mim. To defeat one form, you have to have this card. To defeat another form, you have to have this card. I enjoy that in video games. I enjoy that in all types of gamings, where it's like you have to have what you need to achieve your purpose. You can't backdoor your way into it. You gotta have it.
Yeah, it's got that kind of like rock, paper, scissors, dynamite, avalanche,
Yep.
boulder, like feel. Like I have to have my roster super deep so I can do all the things. And the feeling when you go on a run of like 5 forms all at once, it feels so good.
And even playing against her is nice because like basically you're just you're making them have to do it again, but they're having to. A lot of times when someone fates you and the fate isn't just a hey take that, it's a hey all that work you did, screw you, do it again. Normally that feels bad. I don't feel like it felt bad as Madam Mim because you're just like all right, cool, we'll do it again, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, because also doing it is fun. Like some of the characters, it's like, oh, I just spent 6 turns doing that thing. Oh my god. Whereas with her, you're like, all right, I'll beat you again. I got this. Don't worry about it. So, Madam Mim was an immediate for me. Yeah.
Yeah, easy.
All right.
All right, my number 3 is one that feels like you're playing a completely different game than Villainous in a good way, and that's Pete. I like Pete a lot. I mean, yeah, he's got a weird set of allies where he has the bandits where you can play like as many of them as you want at a time. So his deck isn't that varied, but it's just so fun and silly.
It is.
The secret objectives where you can like fake someone out and be like, I'm stacking up a bunch of stuff here. You probably want to make sure you move them. Ha! I got you. Like, it's super fun.
Pete's good. We just talked about him, and like we were talking about, you know, I told you after 8, there's a cliff for me. Pete's in my 8. He didn't crack the 5, but he's in the 8. He was 8 for me. So we're in agreement so far. Like the ones that are in your list may not have made my top 5 yet, but they're in that core 8 that I love to play. So yeah, I couldn't agree more. And we're continuing our run. We looked it up. Robin Hood was 1973. So it's the newest one.
Yes.
But that means every character we've picked so far is 1973 or later. Or earlier.
Yes.
Yes, so we really like the oldie stuff, and Pete's got to be the oldest, right? I mean yeah, because he's Steamboat Willie, so he's the oldest.
That's the original.
Yeah, so he is the oldest villain, so that's funny. I love that. All right, my number 3, we're going to stick with some oldies here. It's also in the original base box. It is one of my favorites to play, and it's one of the characters that made me fall in love with this game the way I did. Because most people, when I tell them Disney Villainous is one of my favorite games, the Poindexter gamers that push their glasses up and go, that's not really that hard of a game. Like Twilight Imperium, right? Those ones usually tend to kind of look down their nose at you when you talk about Disney Villainous. But the base box, this character made me be like, oh my god, this game is amazing.
Queen of Hearts?
Queen of Hearts, baby. It's so interesting. It's so cool because like all the other ones, like I would say a common theme in Disney Villainous is get character to thing, defeat character.
Or have 2 things.
Or yeah, have an item, give to character, defeat character. You know, something along that lines. That's what Ursula does. That's what Hook does, right? It's become like this common thing. And Queen of Hearts, in my opinion, has the most unique win condition. You are literally hitting the perfect croquet shot. You have to get your allies out there, turn them sideways with an action which removes them as allies and they can't be used to defeat people anymore once they're turned sideways. And then you have to draw from your deck a push your luck mini game to see if you hit the perfect shot or not. if that's unique. Like, that is so unique. Like, when you played this base version and you saw all these other characters playing in this, like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Oh, okay, that makes sense, right? 20 power for King John, defeat Trident, get all this stuff. All made sense. And then you get to Queen of Hearts and you're like, all right, what am I? Croquet. Oh, okay then. You just go, all right, cool. And like the interesting factor for me just ramped her up. I love Queen of Hearts. All right, the penultimate pick. Not the best, but second best. What you got?
So, for all the reasons you said, Madam Mim.
Madam Mim, let's go.
Super fun. Like, again, another one where you feel like you're playing a different game than all the other characters, but in a super fun way.
Yes.
Like, even when you get set back, it's like, I'll get it back. It'll be fine. This is fun.
Well, it's also one of those characters, too, and I kind of love when characters do this, where you only kind of want a quarter of your deck. The rest of them, you're just like, can I rip these up and burn them? So, like, you're kind of constantly just ditching cards, being like, I want these 7 or 8 cards. I don't care about the rest of them.
That's a common mechanic, a common theme throughout all of Villainous, and the thing I tell every new gamer, it's like, who sits down to play it, like, you need to discard cards.
Yeah.
That's like half of this game is going, this is garbage. 4 new ones. This is garbage. 4 new ones. That's kind of most of this game.
It really is. But like the funny part though is because some people may hear that and be like, oh, well, that sounds bad, right? But at the same time, every card in the right situation is perfect. So that one card that's been trashed the whole game could be the reason you win the game because you're like, oh, finally, I've seen you 17 times and you're finally worth it.
Yeah, for sure. They all do things, but they don't do it when you need it.
Yeah.
Well, dig.
You've got your core, like 25% of your deck that you want constantly. The other 75 is I need it when I need it. Yeah, but Madam Mim's so great. And like she's also one, like we were saying, because like whether it be being faded or going through your normal deck, you never feel like you don't have something going on. Like there are some characters you're like, all right, this turn was just a turn to get to do something next turn. Madam Mim, you kind of feel like you're always doing something. So that's our first crossover. Madam Mim, 2 and 4. Should tell you something, good character. My number 2 is our second crossover. Also in the base box, and my favorite Disney villain of all time by a lot. Prince John, baby. I love Robin Hood. It is one of my favorite Disney movies. It might be my favorite, but he is my favorite Disney villain by a mile. I love the movie really kind of sets me back, not to so much to childhood, if that makes any sense, because like 1973, I wasn't even considered a human yet. My dad was barely born. Yeah, so like, no. But for me, it's more of the kind of when you get in that phase of just like going back and buying all the VHSs and just rewinding them like crazy. It's like, oh, I've watched Aladdin, I've watched Lion King, I've watched whatever. What else can I watch? You find the Black Cauldron, you find Robin Hood, and all of a sudden, instead of watching these Renaissance movies, you're watching these old movies on repeat. And that's the nostalgia for me, is like 10, 11, 12 years old, just rewinding it over and over and over and over. And Robin Hood's story is just so, we all know it.
Yeah, right. It's iconic.
And literally the Prince John scenes, though, are like some of my favorite scenes ever. Like the stagecoach scene where like Robin Hood and them are dressed as like the fortune tellers and like robbing him. It's one of my favorite scenes in all of Disney. I love it. But the way he plays is fun too, obviously. It's not just the character. Getting the 20 power. I really enjoy I'm the Scrooge McDuck. I'm just money hoarding over here. And like it also can make it fun that, again, everyone else sees your progress. They know exactly where you are. It almost feels like sitting at a poker table where people look at you and be like, how much you got? And like you gotta sit there and count it for them.
And also the weight of like, spend money to make money. Like sometimes like, is it gonna be worth it even though it only cost me 2 power? Am I gonna make more than 2 by playing this? No. I'll just pick some up off the board and be done. Yep.
And then the remake of the original base game into the new one that came out 2 years ago, a bunch of the characters in the base one got remodeled and kind of rebalanced in the new one because Prince John was considered too easy before. They changed the way his win condition works to make him a little less easy in the new one. So the fact that they took a character I love and made him better for the game is also just a positive. So Prince John, that's my number 2, and he was the first one I thought of, honestly. So he's not my number 1, but he was the first character I thought of. I was like, okay, he's in there.
Yeah, honestly, I put him in my top 5 because this past weekend, someone was playing Villainous with me for the first time. They played Ursula, and they accidentally got 20 power and lost. And like, Why don't you try Prince John? Why don't you try that?
This could work for you.
Yeah, and they had fun.
He has cards that give you more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. All right, so we're going to move on to our number one. Should we just say it together?
3, 2, 1.
Ratigan.
The undisputed king.
It's not even close. We knew going into this that we were going to share a number one. So we're just talking about it. My two favorite Disney movies of all time, it's not close, but they battle for the number one spot, is Robin Hood and The Great Mouse Detective. Those are my two favorite Disney movies. So they're my two favorite villains, of course. The IP played into it because if you go back to like my top 100 and stuff, I was going through my list, whatever. People started seeing a lot of Sherlock Holmes games. We did our top 10 themes on this list or on this channel, and Robin Hood and all of that was one of my top themes. So it just works out for me.
And again, if we're looking at like the best minis list, Ratigan's at the top of that list too.
Yes, he is. It's got the best mini. It literally has a cape.
Yeah.
It has a cape. It's super cool. I love bringing up some of the stuff we've done in our past videos because like we did the secret component video and I gave you that one. Got it like that because it's like only one thing wears a cape in board games. Like it's not that hard. Yeah. But the way he plays is super cool, and the fact that he has two win conditions, you can win one way or the other, is also incredible. I love that. Like you don't have to go for one thing. You can go in both directions and see which way you win.
Yeah, like it's just like the movie. The good guy can fool your plot and then it just breaks stuff. Like it's so cool.
It is good. And the like being able to go Hulk mode is super cool. And then like the thematicness of the robot queen. But the second way you can win, where you have to play the robot queen, but she costs 20 power. That's crazy to me because like literally Prince John's win condition is get 20 power. With Ratigan, you have to get 20 power just to play the card to hope to win.
No, I mean, most of his deck is there to discount her price, though.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that. It is. But still, like, I remember the first time I looked at her card, I was like, whoa. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, I remember the first time I saw his, like, two-sided, like, winning condition. Like, what's this all about?
So, Ratigan, I mean, it wasn't close. We both knew when we even decided to come up with this list that he would be both of our number ones. And, like, we didn't really talk about this that much ahead of time, but, like, I knew it was going to be his number one, so that's why we did the same time thing, because it's obvious. And for anybody who ever... Oh, here's a good question that we can do really quick, because I feel like this is the perfect time to do this. These games... So, in most games, when you buy expansions, they're not standalone. You have to have the base game. That's not the case here. You can literally buy any of these except Oogie Boogie because he's by himself, and you have a game you can play. Which one would you like? So let's say this. We would always tell someone, get the box that has your favorite characters because that's the one you're going to enjoy the most.
Yep.
But assuming you have no idea what the favorite character is, which one would be your gift?
Base game has the most.
It does have the most. I would actually, not just because I love Ratigan, I would give this one. I would give this one specifically, which this one's called Evil Comes Prepared, because it has three distinct characters that fit three different types of people. Because Ratigan, Scar, and Yzma are vastly different movies. That's like, it's very hard for me to believe someone wouldn't love one of those three.
Oh, for sure. And like Yzma is my number 6. So
Yzma was my 6. Remember we were talking about top 8? Yeah. You now know my top 8 because my 6 was Yzma.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, my number 1 and my number 6, solid pick, yeah.
Exactly. So this would be the one I would give someone. And plus, again, go back to the appeal of like the look and stuff. It's got Scar on the front. He's the most iconic Disney villain probably. Like I think he's by far the most iconic.
In terms of silhouette, sure, he's a lion.
Yeah. Well, and he's got what most people would say the best song. Be Prepared is most people's favorite song. It's one of my favorites.
It's fine.
I think it's real good.
It's
Oh, Jeremy Irons. And he's not even the one that sang the whole song, because do you know that story behind that? The guy who voices Winnie the Pooh, I forget his name right now, he actually sang most of Be Prepared because Jeremy Irons threw his voice out doing Scar. So, like, if you ever listened to the movie, it's Jeremy Irons, and then Be Prepared comes on, it's the dude who voices Winnie the Pooh.
That's funny.
It's crazy, right? All right, so that would be our recommendations. That's our top 5. Let's jump to our bottom 5. All right, so we're going to do our bottom 5, and I want to explain this so that no one gets confused. Our number 1 is our least favorite.
Yes.
2 is our next to least favorite. 3 is third from the bottom, 4th from the bottom, 5th from the bottom. Because I know going in a reverse order can be a little confusing. So our number 1 is our least favorite. So we're going to go with our number 5, of our bottom 5 Disney villainous characters.
Okay. Well, my bottom 5, or my number 5, comes from my favorite Disney movie. That's why it broke my heart that Hades is unwinnable.
He is unwinnable.
His theme is on point, which is why he's not the worst, but he's on the bottom 5, because if you've ever won with him, it's because the other person ate their game piece. It's so slow, and it's so obvious.
And it's so punishing.
Yeah, because
it's so punishing.
And it's easy to fix, too. Because, like, the problem with him is that when you use one of the Titans as an ally to slay somebody, they also get removed from the board. Instead of that, just have them get locked and unlocked, because it works more narratively.
And anybody who's probably getting ready to argue us, because there's always someone who will argue, right? They're going to be like, oh, you're not using the chariots correctly. The chariots don't help that much. Not that much.
Yeah, I just played him the other day, like with someone who I'd beaten twice in a row. It's like, it's okay. I'll play Hades. I'll give him the W. And I had the chariot in my opening hand. I'm like, hey, this might work out, guys. The planets might align. No, not even close.
No, let us know if you have ever won with Hades in the comments. I'm not going to believe you, but you can still tell us. I'm not going to believe it. You played a 3-year-old.
Yeah, it's like, thematically, he's actually on point. The gameplay is actually fun. The only reason he's in my bottom 5 is because I love the movie so much, and like, I know I can never win as him. Like, they took that from me. Why did you do me like that?
That's fair. Yeah, I remember when that box came out, because it's this one here that has the Evil Queen on it. I remember when that one came out. That was actually the very first expansion. I was so excited because it had Hades. I was like, oh, that's incredible. Because the base box villains, like, yes, I love Prince John, but I didn't think in the base box there was anyone that's like, oh, that's cool. Hades is cool. So I was like, oh, that's awesome. I love that. And then, big disappointment. But here's your controversialness real quick. He's not in my bottom 5. He's in my mid somewhere, like 17-ish range, something like that. Because I hate myself and I want the challenge. I dream of the day that I actually pull it off, because something about me in games too, especially when you're in like these like big deficits like this, is if I'm getting my butt kicked, I talk so much crap because I'm just like, if I turn this around, I will never let you live it down. That's how I am with Hades. I talk crap the whole time because if I finally win, it will be a day to remember.
See, Corey, there's a way you can win as him, but I don't think it's worth the cost.
Hog tie you.
No. If you're in a 5 or 6 player game and everyone else just ignores you, I think that's the only way you win.
Even then, I don't know if you have enough time. Someone else may win just based off time.
But, yeah, someone might accidentally win in that meantime. But still, if you never get faded and everyone else does, maybe. You'll be there for 5 hours, but maybe you'll win.
Oh, God. Never play this 6 players. Don't do it. I've done it twice. Don't do it. Don't. This is a maximum 4, 3 preferred, 2 is okay. I agree. 3 is your perfect number. Period. Okay, my number 5. It makes me sad it's my number 5. I like the movie, but I don't love the movie. The reason it makes me sad is I think this character has one of the most interesting aspects about their gameplay. And usually when you have something interesting, I'm locked in. King Candy.
Oh, yeah.
The board, and you're literally racing your mini or your pawn around your board. It's a racetrack. Oh my God, when we pulled that out, I was like, that's insanely cool. Oh my God, that's cool. He is so restrictive. Everything in that game is just restricting you. You can only do XYZ things. You only get 3 actions while everyone else gets 4 most of the time. And then you can still cover up some of his actions. He is so restrictive. His cards don't help that much. And like, it's really the movement that kills me. It's like, you can still cover up my things, and I am consistently getting to do less than you.
Another thing that I truly hate about him, his whole win condition is to win a race. And every game I've played with him, I haven't even started the race, technically.
Yep.
So it feels like I'm building to a big fat goose egg. By the time I finish that game, it's like, oh, thank God it's over.
Well, yeah, you've got to get, what's in there? Is it the glitch or the virus? You've got to get that first, which is already a pain in the neck. And then you've still got to win the race. So, like, it's restrictive. You can't do much about it. And it feels like one of those that if you win, it's just kind of happened.
Yep.
You just, yay. You didn't do much to make it happen. It just kind of happened. So yeah, King Candy was a letdown for me. Not because I love the character. I just love the aspect of his board and how you do it, but then it was just a flop.
Yep.
Yeah. That was the one I would say actually made me the saddest. Because I was so excited.
Yeah, he's like one of the best Pixar characters we've gotten so far, and like super excited still.
Yeah. Well, the moment I remember I opened that box together to like play those. I remember the moment we unfolded it, I was like, that's cool. I like that.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
All right, my number 4, specifically in the base game, because I haven't played the new version of him, but it's Captain Hook. Another one that's borderline unwinnable.
Agreed.
And the theme and the mechanics are fine, but it's a big feel bad when you know going in, like, I'm just not going to win.
You're not going to win.
And he's another one, like, if you've won with him, please tell us. We won't believe you, but
Base
please
game,
tell us.
the original, not the remake. If you won in this box, lie to us. So, I was just looking at I've got my full list of 26 right here in front of me. Hades and Hook are back to back. Because I want the challenge. I want to win it so bad. I remember when I first bought Villainous and, brought it home and we all played it. I think it was me, Lauren, Lucas, and Jacob, I think. And we played it and we were trying to figure out what characters to play. And I was like describing the characters and I literally went, there's 5 characters, there's 4 of us, no one's playing Hook, you can't win it. And Lucas went, gimme. Because he was like, I'll show you. He got stomped because you couldn't win his Hook.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I agree. I've got him higher just because I kind of really want the day that I win it and the rubbing everyone's nose in it. But I don't disagree with what you're saying. He is so hard. And also, people may come at me with torches for this one. I don't really like Peter Pan. It was not a winner. It was not a winner for me. He's okay. Okay. My number 4, I think we're probably going to agree, the worst character pawn in all of these boxes. Lady Tremaine.
No, it's like Gaston.
No. At least Gaston's has some like intricate pieces to it. Lady Tremaine's looks like a butt on a pedestal.
Kinda, yeah.
It's the worst in the game. Lady Tremaine is not fun. So here's a huge thing with me. So some of the characters do this and it's okay. She does it the worst. I can't stand when you have a location that starts the game locked. It's so, again, I hate restrictiveness. I don't like to be restricted. You start somewhere locked. There's so much luck in getting the stepsisters out to be able to even try to win. There's so much non-counterplay, in my opinion, to your Fate deck that it's just kind of happening to you. And then I'm also not a huge fan of Cinderella. It's just not, the IP doesn't sing to me. And the fact that the win condition is to marry the prince, it also just doesn't feel very villainy.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, yeah, I understand that's kind of the premise of the movie, but like, I'm playing villains. I want to be villains. I don't want to steal. I ain't here to steal no one's man. You know what I mean? Like that ain't why I'm here.
And also, like, you can have like the ball gown version of the stepsisters in your hands, just sitting there like a lemon. Like, I definitely need this thing to win, so I can just hold on to it for 5 more rounds, or I have to pitch it to try to find the thing I actually need.
And it's just eating up in your hand, just eating up space in a game where we literally said going through your deck is one of the most important things. So yeah, Lady Tremaine is a huge just face plant for me. And like honestly, like when I was making my bottom 5, it was real hard for me not to make her my bottom, like my number 1 on my bottom 5, which should tell you how much I dislike the 3 that's coming up.
Yeah, she only narrowly got pushed out by Hades, just because Hades felt like more of a betrayal to me, but I thoroughly did not enjoy her.
Yeah, she's rough.
My number 3, it's not unwinnable. You can win with this character, but it just feels like you are getting punched in the face front to back the whole game. It's Gaston.
Yeah.
Like, it's entirely possible you will get one of his victory pogs and then have it taken away from you. Then get 2, then have both of them taken away from you. Then get 3 and have all of them taken away from you in the next 2 turns. Like, it just feels so bad.
It does. When I played him, the first few rounds when I was like doing it, and then like you would take something away from me, I was like, oh yeah, this is terrible. But then I kind of found the formula of, okay, I need to get like 3 per round because that means I'll get to keep 1. You know what I mean? It's like you were every time gathering some with the plan of losing some and being like, okay, I need to come out with net positive every time. Net positive each time. He didn't make my bottom 5, but he's not far from it. He would have been like 7, 8, 9 range, something like that. And again, he's so difficult. It's the challenge. I want the challenge. I love, like, honestly, making your character as hard as possible isn't a way to push it to the bottom for me. Because I enjoy the challenge. The ones that are in my bottom 5 are the ones that's like, you restricted me, I don't enjoy the way you did the theme, or it's just not a fun thing you have to do.
Well, Gaston doesn't even really fit the theme. The theme should be like, kill the beast. That's his whole deal!
Right? Yeah, all these characters whose literal end goal is defeat this person. What happened?
Yeah, his song is kill the beast. Like, do the math.
It is crazy when you think about it, because like there's 26 characters, probably what, 10 or 12 of them, their entire win condition is defeat this character, defeat the hero, but not him.
Yeah, of all of them, it fits him the best.
It is a flop. I don't disagree with the flop, but it's one of those where I kind of enjoyed the math equation of, all right, so if I get 4, I might get to keep 2, and it's like, how can I build this up? But yeah, no, it's not a bad pick at all. I agree. All right, my number 3. In the base box, the original, not Hook. I enjoyed the challenge. It's the one where there was not a single thing going on in the game that I felt like was enjoyable. It wasn't fun, none of the cards were interesting, and the end goal was boring. Ursula. Did not enjoy Ursula. There was not one single moment of the game that I was like, oh, that was cool, or oh, that was interesting. Everything was just, and I play this card, and it did that, and then, okay, I lost.
It feels like they were taking a wide swing, being like, okay, we need at least one of them that plays completely different. So she's not going to vanquish like normal guys. No. We're going to do this whole new different thing. And it just felt like a disservice to do that in the opening box. It's like, hey, you're going to learn how to play a completely different game from everyone else, and it's never going to come up ever again.
Well, and the weird thing, too, because when you think about me in, like, other games, I'm kind of known for being very non-combative. I'm a Euro gamer. I enjoy not having to deal with those things. So you would say a character that can't vanquish, you would think I would run towards it. But I didn't enjoy it. That was not a fun aspect for me. Because a lot of times, too, like, yeah, you could do things for, like, moving characters and whatnot, but it was like, oh, okay, so stuff's always going to be covered for me. Like, I'm always at again, restrictive. I'm always at a deficit. Cool, that doesn't sound fun.
Yep.
So, yeah, so Ursula was a huge for me.
Yep.
And in the base box, yeah, pretty rough.
Yep.
All right. Not the worst, but the second worst.
Well, second verse, same as the first. My number 2 is Ursula. All the reasons we just said.
Yeah.
Because there's plenty of these villains that have a locked location. She's the only one that you can't get rid of it. You can only move it. So it's like everyone else has 4 locations. You're only ever going to have 3.
I forgot about that. Oh, God, I might have put her lower. I forgot about the whole always having locked location. Oh, I forgot about that.
She only ever gets 3 choices. It's terrible. And like, her whole deal is having to move people to certain locations to vanquish because she doesn't have allies that can do it for her. And she starts with one of the few ones that has a move a hero, but it starts off locked.
Yep.
So, the last time I played her, there were legitimately 4 turns in a row. There was only 1 hero on my board. I just needed to move them, and I can actually advance my game. And I'm just digging through my deck going, nope, I can't unlock it, and I can't move him. Alright, Prince Eric, get to live another turn. I did nothing. Let's do that again. Hey, it happened again. This is a fun game.
Yeah.
It's just so bad.
That is tough, yeah. Oh, I forgot about the lock moving around. That's, again, restrictiveness. When you restrict me, I'm mad. I'm upset about it. So yeah, that's, I mean, obviously I agree. And honestly, now I think about it, if I would have liked her, it's been a long time since I played Ursula, so I had to do this one very much off memory. If I remember that, she wouldn't have been my number 1, but she might have like bumped ahead of this next character and been number 2 with you. Because I forgot about that. All right, so my number 2, I actually think this one might have upset some people because I'm pretty good. We've talked about this before in other stuff. I'm pretty good about taking my own biasness and removing it from the situation. I'm pretty good at that a lot of the time, especially when it comes to like ranking things and giving my opinion on stuff that for other people. This time my biasness crept in. I hate this movie. and I hate the premise that this movie was set by Disney/Pixar. I hate The Incredibles, and I hate Syndrome. He is not interesting to me, and something that really annoyed me growing up about The Incredibles, and this was, you got to think, 20 years ago, where the world was a different place, there was a lot of different thinking in the world. I hated that it was the boys' movie. I hated that was the movie that was made for boys, because so many Disney movies were considered to be made for girls back then. And like, it really bothered me that it's like everybody's like, oh, you gotta like The Incredibles, you have to, you're a boy. And I'm like, I hated that premise. I was like, I disagree, because tons of these girl movies I love. So I was like, no, I don't enjoy that. And also, I'm not a superhero guy, don't love DC, don't love Marvel, I'm not superheroes, and Syndrome is not interesting to me.
He doesn't speak for me.
I knew I wouldn't. I told you this was the one I thought might upset people, because The Incredibles is loved. I know it is. It's just not, and what, so my biasness did creep in here. I'll 100% say it 100% did. But even the character himself, the fighting the robots, it's not interesting to me, because I'm also not a big sci-fi guy that's like, ooh, I love like destructive robot type stuff. That's also not me. So like the entire theming behind it, the way the characters play, didn't love it.
This is like our first point of contention, because he's in my top 8.
Is he really?
Yeah. I love The Incredibles, and I love sci-fi fighting robots. What's not to like?
See, I disagreed with all of it. And like, also, like, in the movie, like, I didn't like him as a character, the whole, like...
You're not supposed to like him. He's an actual villain.
No. What I mean is I didn't like his villain arc, where it's like, Mr. Incredible didn't like me, now I'm mad.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that. Yeah, I don't know. So like I said, I know this is the one that will have the highest point of contention, but I very much dislike Syndrome. I don't like the movie, and I hated the premise it set when we were kids.
Yep.
All right, that's my number 2. Be mad at me. All right, the absolute worst villain.
Well, my worst has already been said, and for all those reasons and more, King Candy.
Woo!
So frustrating, so limiting, and
Yep.
not a chance you're going to win with them. If you do, it's on accident.
Yep.
You just happen to get lucky. Because, like, everyone else is doing 4 things a turn. You're doing 3 things a turn. And the whole point of the character is to win a race. I'd love to be racing the whole time and having to build towards something, but you can lose the game without even starting your race. It's a big feel bad.
I typically don't like to sit around and kind of remake a game on the spot, like in my head. But to do that real quick, something that could have been like crazy interesting, and it would have been a totally new thing for Villainous. Give us a Vanellope Pog and actually be racing her on your board. Right? Like, you know, maybe that doesn't work. Maybe I'm just spitballing here. But, like, that would have been, oh my god, cool, right? You're actually performing a race the whole time. And, like, the hero deck determines when she moves or something. You know, whatever.
Like, she could, like, block one of your actions on, like, one location or something like
something interesting that wasn't just full-on restrictiveness, and you're not actually even performing a race. You're just moving around your board hoping to start a race. Yeah, no, I agree. Like, it's to go back to what I said, it's sad. Like, that one made me sad.
Yes.
Yeah. So, that's a great pick. It was my number 5, but still, definitely could have been this high. My number 1 least favorite villain, period. It's actually the villain for me that made me almost not love Disney Villainous, but the rest of the characters made it so good. Base game, Maleficent. Oh my god. We keep talking about how hard some characters are. I enjoy a challenge of a game. I don't care how hard you make something. I like the challenge. Even if it's unwinnable, let's give her a go. When you make something too easy, that's when I'm upset. Especially because it's like, you sit down at the table, pass out the characters, and you know who's going to win. And also, like, this isn't a super high skill game. You can play this with anybody and everyone kind of has a chance. But the fact that you could give Maleficent to literally a child, you try your hardest and they still can kick the crap out of you. Like, hardcore kick the crap out of you because she is so easy. Her fate deck affects her?
Yeah.
Kinda? Like, it's like, what? Yes, you're trying to get the 4 characters across the board or whatever. And, like, yes, one of the... half your fate deck removes one of them. Sure. But on your very next turn, you just go, they're back. It's not hard at all, and I've never played against Maleficent, and they've not won. I've played both of those 6-player games I talked about. Maleficent won. I've played 4-player games. Maleficent won. 3-player games. Maleficent won. She's never not won in a single game I've ever played.
I've seen her lose once.
That's rare.
Yeah.
You should have taken pictures. That's insane. So that's what makes me hate something. Isn't too hard. It's too easy. Maleficent's too easy. And honestly, she would be one of the characters that, unless I played with someone and they were, ho-hum, she's my favorite character, oh my goodness, they're my favorite, I would straight up be like, hey, can you play someone different, right? Unless they're like your favorite character, I would straight up be like, can you play anyone but Maleficent? Yeah, so there's our bottom 5. We gave you our top 5 favorite villains and our bottom 5 least favorite villains in this series. I will say, I love Disney Villainous. We both do. It is in our top, I don't remember for your top, it's in both of our top 20, I think, games of all time. It's fantastic. It's kind of a Gen Con tradition for me to pick up the new set each time. Star Wars and Marvel Villainous is a thing. If you guys enjoyed this set, this video, and you want us to do Star Wars and Marvel, we will. But we're going to leave that up to you guys. Comment. Let me know what you guys thought about this, video. And if you want us to stop here or keep going, I'm going to base it entirely off what you guys do. I'm also going to put some polls up on my channel here, so you just let us know what you guys think about it. I did want to touch really quick before we jump off, because we do have the brand new set with Davy Jones and Tamatoa that just came out. Mm-hmm. They were both very mid for me. Yep. They fell out of the 26, like 13 and 15 or something. They were mid. They were okay. They were fun. I enjoyed them, but like they're not ones I'm running for. It's just 2 more characters that if you love them, you play them.
I'd say, granted, they're in a 2 only box, but they felt like one of the best balanced boxes. Like if you're going to play one set, that set's actually like a good game head versus like Shere Khan versus King Candy. Shere Khan's always going to win.
Always going to win. No, I agree with that. That's a good call out too. And the thing with this, like, some people may be like, oh, I love Moana, I love Tamatoa, right? But I would say in this box, Tamatoa did more interesting things because it has the Maui deck, but Davy Jones is so popular that the IP really brings him up.
Yeah, and the theme of just having like an indestructible Kraken you can summon, like, that was fun.
Yeah, so we really enjoyed this box. I don't want anybody to think we didn't, but it was the characters themselves in the full list. They were pretty mid. They were enjoyable characters. If you love Moana, if you love Tamatoa, if you love Davy Jones, Pirates of the Caribbean, whatever, you can enjoy it and have fun. So that's our thoughts on the new one as well. And that'll do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure you subscribe, hit the like button, hang out with us in the future. We got tons of great content coming down the road. I'm excited for it. I've kind of gone ahead and mapped out the next like 6 months of content because I try to stay ahead so that I know what I'm doing for the future. And some of the videos I'm really excited about. I've got some cool challenges that me and you are going to do. I'm finally going to hopefully win a challenge. I'm currently at 0-3, I think. I'm going to work on it. But yeah, we got some really cool content coming down the road. I've also got a merch shop if you don't know. You can buy t-shirts and other things like that. The link is in the description down below, so go get you some merch if you'd like it. But this has been a great video. We spent so much time playing every single character. This has literally been months in the making of us every game night playing a game or two and then ending it with a villainous game. Yes. Playing a game or two, ending it with a villainous game. So it took us a few months, but we got them all played. We really enjoyed it. I hope you guys did. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.